Today's illustration is part of a series that I haven't done in a long time, and that is the Scary Trophy series. So today I decided to use my Pilot Color Eno. I haven't used it for a while because I haven't had the leads, and I just ordered myself some of the leads. So I decided to reconnect with it because it's not a bad sort of feel of a pen, and I do like to use it. And yeah, it's a red pigment lead, or whatever you want to call it. And I really just really like drawing in red at the moment. So with these illustrations, if you're not familiar with the Scary Trophy series, it's a series that I put together a while back, and this is probably the third video I have done in this series. And basically it's about taking things that scare the absolute shit out of you and basically cutting them off at the chest and mounting them as a trophy to signify that the nightmare has now ended. You killed the nightmare, basically. You killed every fear that you had associated with that thing. So the first video was the scary doll that I did, which was still my favorite one that I did. I really enjoyed that, and I do want to make another one like that. The second one was Leatherface from Chainsaw Massacre, and the third one is a clown. So this clown, like, none of these things frighten me. I'm just basically doing like characters and stuff like that that would potentially scare somebody out there, and people would actually have a phobia of these things. Me personally, probably the doll is probably the scariest thing out of the ones that I have done. Clowns don't affect me, and horror characters, unless it is the critters, but they don't affect me anymore, I don't really get scared of those. But there'd be someone out there that finds these things absolutely terrifying. So like I said, again, this is the clown, and I took a little bit of inspiration from the It clowns, as you can see, by the red hair, but I'm also channeling a little bit of Ronald McDonald in this piece as well, which when I started sketching it and then putting the red hair on, I'm like, oh, just Ronald McDonald popped into my head. But yeah, as we go on with the teeth and all that, I did take a lot of inspiration from the It clowns. And yeah, I just wanted to do another terrifying trophy because, I don't know, these illustrations that I do for the Scary Trophies, you know, I tried to make them as terrifying as possible. Sometimes it doesn't execute as well as I would like it to, and that's where I'm going with this piece. Is I don't know, I am very on the fence with this piece. I don't know if I really like it or not. I think it turned out all right, but whether or not I like it is another thing. Yeah, it's I don't know, I sort of went into this piece, I started off probably until this particular moment right here with the first eye that I started to put a little bit of detail in. I sort of started to feel a little bit defeated, and I wasn't really feeling this piece. And I actually contemplated whether or not I was actually going to post this piece on my YouTube channel, but in the end, it was my partner that convinced me, because he actually liked it. He told me he liked it. Even though I had very mixed feelings about it, he basically said to me, no, just upload it, it's good. And I'm like, I don't think it's good, but anyway, I've done it anyway. So yeah, just I'll let the internet be the judge of this one, because like I said, I just don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about this piece at all. And at this point in time, I really sort of started to go downhill with wanting to sort of give up. And the ruffles, I think the ruffles are my favorite part about this illustration, because I did screw up the right side of the ruffle, and I sort of just went, ugh, and then sort of tried to hide it a little bit with a darker color. But yeah, it's the ruffles are my favorite. And when I started to shade them, and then yeah, I really started to go downhill once I got down to the bottom where the chest skin was, and then it just snowballed from there. I got this attitude then with this piece that I just did not give a shit anymore. Not one iota of shit was given when I got down to the bottom of this picture. And what I do with the vine that drapes over the chest and over some of the clown, it was the most half-assed job I have ever done. And yeah, it was just really sort of disheartening with this. And I think the biggest reason why I don't think it worked as well as I wanted it to is because I went too big on the paper. I really wish that I kept it as small as I did in the sketch that I'd done in my sketchbook. I just blew it up too big, and I just bit off more than I could chew with this. And then it was basically from this point on, after I added this sort of, tried to get a bit of curl and texture into the hair, I gave up. I just completely gave up with this piece, but I decided to see it through anyway, just in case I was able to save it. But like I said, I'll let you guys be the judge of this, because it's not my one of my favorite pieces that I have done. And yeah, I just was extremely unhappy with the process and the vibe from this piece as I was doing it. So yeah, this piece is basically like, for all you people out there that have a phobia of clowns, like, this will give you some sort of satisfaction watching this piece, because this guy has just been cut off and mounted on a cabinet, and basically to say, in your face, clown, I no longer am scared of you. And the plaque I put on the bottom of the stand says, the nightmare ends. So it's basically just someone out there who has defeated this clown that has scared them, and they no longer end scared, and the fear is gone. Which, if only it was that easy with some things. Yeah, and I really wanted to give him this really dead look, so I gave him these really just pale, lifeless eyes, because this guy is dead. As you know, he's been cut off at the chest and mounted. So yeah, I really wanted to give him this really dead look. And the way that I did the wrinkles on his face, I was not a fan of either. I think I went a little bit too much with that, and I didn't execute that very well. And there is, as you can see, it just cuts straight to the vines. I actually forgot to record most of this. As you know, my care factor is pretty much non-existent at this point in time, and this is when I just start half-assing everything. And then I forgot to record again, and then it cuts to me having the blood added to the mouth and to the bottom where he's been cut. And obviously, before he was chopped off at the chest, he has devoured something, so he's still got blood on his mouth and his face. So yeah, this is my this is my third installment into the Scary Trophy series. Not my finest hour, not my finest piece, but I think it was passable enough to show you guys. And yeah, just to show you that, yeah, once again, I wasn't happy with the piece that I did, and I uploaded it anyway. So, I don't know, hopefully you enjoyed something in this video. If you did, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.